The Great Allegheny Trail was a tough one. My friend Peter planned this one out. At first, I was a bit adamant about taking it on right after Thanksgiving Day. But we rented a car, we drove 5 hours from NYC to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then we rode for 3 days, putting it over 60, 90, and 100 plus miles. Let's chat about the route. The route spans from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and crosses over the Eastern Continental Divide before it gives your legs a break from 2 days of non-stop gradual climbing. That's right, non-stop. Then it ends in Washington, D.C. This trip was a testament of what I was capable of on the bike. It was physically and mentally challenging. It completely cracked me open. I wasn't able to get as many clips as I wanted to support a full film, but after watching, I think you'll get the gist of it. Enjoy.
It is cold, really cold.
What's up guys, Manual Pedal here. We're out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're gonna be riding for 3 days. How many miles total?
300.
It's about 300 miles, I think, on the Great Allegheny Trail, going from Pittsburgh to DC, all the way on rail trails. This is gonna be a cold one and an adventure, an awesome one. It's gonna be wild. Stay tuned.
Allegheny? This trail is impossible to pronounce.
Yeah.
Whatever they
I don't even know. I forgot how to pronounce it fully, but yeah, I mean, it's a little tough to pronounce, especially when it's cold. We got the bikes packed. We drove out here from New York City. We just dropped off the car. You ready to get it going, man?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it, man. We got everything rocking. I got my rain pants on, booties. Peter's wintered out. We're winterized.
Yeah.
We gotta get warm and get moving, so keep the blood flowing. Let's go. Cold.
It's cold,
but it's windy. It feels good. The ride feels good. That wind is definitely, you can feel it pushing us back a little bit.
Yeah, headwind for sure.
Yeah. No, it's feeling good.
It's great.
That was the end of day one. As you can see, there isn't much context. Shortly after that last scene, my legs began to cramp and my body began to shut down. I had a hard time, and recollecting back, it was probably one of the worst experiences I've had on my bike in terms of how my body felt. I'm glad Peter was there to help encourage me to keep pedaling and push through all the noise happening in my head. When we arrived at the hotel, all I could think about was quitting and taking the next train ride home. But with a warm shower, food, sleep, and positive mindset, we were back on the trail for day 2.
Hey, here, let's hit the mud. Fuck's sake. Hey, Manual Pedal. We're here.
All right, folks. So I wanted to save it. I didn't really want to record this morning because yesterday I had a pretty bad day. I don't want to talk too much about it, but maybe I'll share with that later. But we are at the Eastern Continental Divide. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. This is very encouraging because
Yeah.
there's a huge downhill coming.
Yeah, so we pretty much started there in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you can see that, at 720 feet. And we climbed up to 2,392. And now we're going down
To
Cumberland at 605. Day 2 ended up being my longest bike ride ever, with 162 miles in the saddle. We rode through the night and met a roadblock on the trail, which meant we had to reroute on tarmac, leading us to arrive at our hotel at 5 a.m. Peter celebrated that one for us both because I wasn't super stoked, as I should have been, but looking back on both days, that was a huge accomplishment. This trip pushed every boundary that I can think of. It was cold, and that took its toll on my body, mentally and physically. It wasn't a walk in the park. Some key things to remember is to always have your nutrition down before taking on a big bike trip like this. That includes gels, carbs, and whatever calories your body needs to keep your engine running. But you also have to have mental fortitude. We kept pedaling knowing the only way was forward and not looking back until the end. But in bikepacking, and with any trip, things can go south. I'm psyched that we were able to keep it rubber side down and with no mechanicals for the entire trip. But also, having Peter there, he was super positive the entire time. It's important to have a friend in your corner like that. He never wavered and helped me fight through all the adversities I was dealing with. We celebrated by making it into Washington, D.C. at night and crashed at our hotel. The next day, we had a good solid breakfast and did some sightseeing before taking the Amtrak back home to New York City. And that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And until next time, pedal over everything.